Hi guys, welcome back to some more action with Dundee United. It's time to get through the final few games of the season. We have the first game coming up straight away at home to Partick, and a couple of changes to make with both Dow and Ince suspended for this game. Right, let's see what changes we can make. So we've got Ottonali can come in on centre defensive mid, and on the left mid we can go straight with Jack Grealish. Make sure the bench, there we go. Ince needs to come off the bench, and let's have a look. Who should we have? So we don't have that many players. I'm going to put a keeper on the bench actually. I'm going to go with Ben Amos on the bench just in case. You never know what may happen. Right, at home to Partick, and after this I know we have a game against Celtic in the Cup semi, but Partick have lost their last three, not scored in any of those three, so cue them scoring in this one. They do score, but they also lose, thanks to goals from John and Murphy with the winner 7 minutes from time. Looks like John scored the equaliser after 31 minutes as well. So let's skip forward. This game against Celtic in the Cup. Let's have a look. Who do we have? Right. Suspension over, yada yada yada. Player conversation. Cavera wants to discuss his wages. I think we can show. Let's have a look actually. Available 26,000, and it was Cavera, wasn't it? Where are you, Cavero? Refused a contract before. 6,000. He can have 6,000 as long as he takes a 3-year extension. Hopefully he takes that. There we go. Right, I'm going to stick with the same team for this game against. In fact, Marcos Lopez is in need of a rest. I really need to, I think, sell him because his stamina is, I'm sure, absolutely shocking. Yeah, 43 for stamina. Need to get rid of him. Can have Dow in there. Get him back in the team. And then let's get this game done away against Celtic in the Cup. Celtic have won their last two, beat Inverness 2-0, Ross County 1-0, lost to Hibs before that 1-0. Charlie Mulgrew is injured for them as well. They've got Viola and Bangura up front. I'm not going to quick sim this one as it is the Cup semi, and Viola puts them 1-0 up. Izagirre has been booked. Half time approaches and it's still 1-0. One change per side. Robertson has come on for John. Bangura makes it 2-0 to Celtic. Any chance we can get one back coming into final few? No. Bangura makes it 3, and that's how the game ends. 3-0 to Celtic in the Cup semi-final. Quickly move on. We've got some more prize money. Let's have a look, see how much we got. 170,000. Morning boss, big news. I've signed the contract you previously offered. I decided to stay at the club. If you stayed, you stayed. If you went, you went. I'd be okay with either. Right, let's get through these games. Ask the assistant to pick the team. Ben Amos in goal, Kane, Fernandez, Lascelles, Robertson, Ottonali, Mard, Grealish, Lopez, Sifty and Benzia up front. See what we can get done for this game. Away at Aberdeen, who have won 2 of their last 3. Beat St Johnstone 4-0, St Mirren 2-1. They drew with Motherwell as well. 2-0 win, Grealish and Benzia with the goals. Looks like Celtic won as well. Quick sneak peek at the table shows we are 3 points behind Celtic. Going into the final few games, Celtic do have a better goal difference, so we are going to have to hope that Celtic slip up twice and we don't, or we get a draw and a win. Robertson booked, so that's him suspended for the next game. Quickly move forward. Hopefully we should be able to get the season finished. Right, Inverness is the next game. Press conference, yeah. Let's praise my team following that win. Okay, so we have a player saying he wants to play and should play. What I am going to do is take Sifty off, and not Campbell, it was Harvey. Robertson, we can't have you there, so we can go with Declan John back in defence. Right, at home, let's just delegate to the assistant. He may change the team around. Right, yeah, he has Fernandez is left back and Sifty's back in. But Inverness at home, who've won 2 of their last 3. And it's a 2-0 win. Sifty and Benzia with the goals. Grealish injured as well. Right. Tyler Harvey, disappointed not to start. You're in charge and all that, but I felt I would have had a good game. You're on the bench, fella. Grealish out for 2 months, so that's his season gone. We are starting to get a bit on the bare bones in terms of players. And it looks like we've got one of our wishes. Having a quick look at the table. Celtic did. Yeah, they did. They got a draw, didn't they? Because we are now only 1 point behind. Actually, no, we were 3 points behind them, and now we're only 1 because they drew. So we need Celtic to draw again, and we need to win. Or we need to play Celtic again, and we need to win that game. Let's have a quick look, see who we have left to play. So we've got Motherwell, and then we've got Hibs, and then we do have Celtic final game of the season. That could be a title decider. Quickly go in and ask the assistant to sort the team out. I really do want to get up to a 4-star team. Sorry, we're 3.5. I want to get to a 4-star team as soon as possible. I hope we get a decent budget this off season and we can bring in a couple of good players. But Motherwell have gone really off the boil, lost their last 3, and a 1-0 draw as Celtic beat Hibs 5-0. So that puts the gap back to 3 points, which is not the greatest. So we need Celtic to slip up in this game. Cardozo wants to be sold in the next transfer window, and we have a look at youth players. So Tommy Gebhardt, we don't know whereabouts you're going to play. We don't know what your overall or your potential currently is yet, so we'll just keep you there for the time being. And let's get moved on. Right, Hibs in this game. Let's ask the assistant to sort the team out. Hopefully we can start to get back to winning ways. Blanco in goal. Ince is back in there. Kane and John. Dow, I want you in there. Mard, let's give you the game. Right, at home for Hibs. This is the game we need to win. Put the pressure back on Celtic going into the final game. We win the game, but Celtic, it looks like, beat Inverness 2-1. So I believe we need to beat Celtic and have a massive goal swing. Robertson wants to discuss his wages now. So let's go and quickly see what he wants. Robertson, you're on 15 grand a week. And what do you want? You want 20. I'll give you 20. We can have it for a 2-year extension. And you can be a crucial first team player. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, 15. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's make it 20. There we go. Right, let's move forward. Last game of the season. Contract offer accepted. Thank you. To final offices. A suggestion. Scouting update from Scotland. Don't know about that. And Otsunali wants to play. Well, I rested you in the last game, fella, because a few players were in need of it. But final game, we want a full strength team. So who do we have at the back? Suter and Cavero. Otsunali's back in. Kane, Murphy, Lopez, Benzia, Sifty up front. Okay. Right, this game won't be quick simmed as it is the final game of the season. Let's have a look at the goal difference. So we need a 17, or we need to beat Celtic by 9 goals. With it being obviously their goal difference is 17 greater than ours. So yeah, I need to beat them. By 9 goals. So I'm sure we can do that today. It shouldn't be too hard. Well, that makes it a bit difficult. So we're gonna have to beat them 10-1 then on aggregate on the full-time score. So 2-0 now to Celtic. Bangura with the second goal. Kane has been booked now in the second half. Coming up to half an hour gone. Few substitutions made by both sides. Still no more goals. Murphy has got one back. Can we get a draw on the final game of the season? No, Bangura makes it 3-1, and that's how the game ends. So Celtic win by 9 points. Sorry, not 9 points, by 6 points. Yeah, they win the league by 6 points. But we came second. We do need to do something about our team in terms of strengthening. We do need strength in depth, I think. We have our youth players who will hopefully come on for the game, but we'll just have to see what happens. See what basically it's going to come down to what budget we get. I don't want to sell Benzia, but if I can get a reasonable offer, in fact, let's see. Let's sort by price. Benzia's 4.3. If I can get 10, if someone wants to, because he's 21, he's rated 17. If I can get 10 million for Benzia, then I may take it. Okay, let's submit this squad for Scotland. CDM Bridcut. Let's take, in fact, everyone seems to be okay. Fletcher, Russell, Rhodes and Lee Griffiths, whoever the best players available as it stands right now. Robertson, 73, left back. What is our best left back? Here's Halliday and Shinnie. Yeah, let's submit that team. So, move on. Players leaving on international duty. Okay, the board are going to review my performance soon. Let's get this over and done with, and I may start the new season. There we go, end season. Select this season performance. Wasn't the season we were hoping for, but it was always going to be tough. The board will be meeting in the near future to evaluate your performance in the league. Should we qualify for Europe next season? I trust you. Okay, so they weren't happy with the Euro League. An excellent showing in the Domestic Cup. Well, the Domestic Cup wasn't that hard, was it really? You go through to the latter stages pretty easy. Obviously, when you lost to Celtic in the semis. Euro League, I can't remember that far, but didn't we fail to qualify out of the? We didn't get past the qualifying stage, did we? We didn't even get to the group stage, but I'm sure we were handed a tough tie in that one. I can't think back that far, but we'll just have to see what happens this year in terms of the Euro League. But it's always going to be tough finishing ahead of Celtic. They are obviously going to be the runaway leaders and the runaway favourites for every season. Right, season's budget 1.7 million and 8,000. That's not really going to help us buy anyone special. But we have some games with Scotland, so I may look to get some of these done now. Ryan Gold has returned from injury. Scout report. So there's going to be a centre back. I'm going to sign him up. Offer contract. 5 years. Thank you. We'll just get him signed up, and then hopefully he becomes a half decent player. Let him go out on loan. European Championships with Scotland coming up now. Neutral against Hungary. Jack Grealish has returned from injury as well. And Gebhardt has signed his contract. Absolutely fantastic. Right. Let's go have a look at this squad. 4-2-3-1. So centre backs. We got Grant Hanley. We need him on the bench. We need him straight in there. Alan McGregor, Jokes. David Marshall needs to be the keeper. Jordan Rhodes up front. What's your finishing? Finishing is 80. Compared to Griffiths has better ball control, better dribbling, better finishing, and better shot power. Sorry, that's Russell, isn't it? So you know what, let's go with Russell up front. Armstrong, Snodgrass, Bridcut, right. Bardsley, Forrest, Rhodes, Griffith, Allen, Muirhead, Conway on the bench. Let's go with, what's Fletcher's stats? 81, isn't it? No, Fletcher's good for the bench instead of Jordan Rhodes. Stuart on the bench instead of Muirhead. And that will do as a 4-star team. Right, what can we do? Against Hungary, who have lost 2 of their last 3, but they would have been just friendly games. Monday the 20th of June 2016 in the evening. I believe these Euro Championships are in France, so not that far to travel. Bridcut is booked early doors. Mulgrew, though, gets the opening goal of the game. Forrest has come on for Bridcut. Russell has scored as well. Saleh scores and Armstrong also scores to make it 3-1, and that's how the game ends. Absolutely fantastic result. So we've now got Poland in our next game. Everyone seems to be fully fit, so stick with the same team. Hopefully we can win this game. So Poland beat Finland. So we've got Finland, Poland and Hungary in our group. Just need to avoid defeat in this game, and I think we've got a strong chance. Obviously, a lot of it depends on how Finland and Hungary get on, but Armstrong giving us a 1-0 lead has given us a great start to the game. Can we hold on to the lead to half-time? We can. Rybus, though, equalises just after half-time for Poland. Final 20 coming up. A draw would be a good result. A win would obviously be better and put us through, but a draw is okay. We have avoided defeat. And Finland beat Hungary, so Hungary can't qualify, and we just need to draw against Finland to guarantee going through. Let's hope we can do that. I might change the bench, but put Rhodes on the bench. Where can you play, Conway? Left mid, right mid. Allen can play centre mid or cam. Forrest can play right mid, striker, left mid. Take Conway off and have Rhodes on. Just have that extra bit of firepower. Right. Tough game, this one, against Finland. Hopefully we can get something from the game. A draw will put us through. Ring, though, is booked early doors for Finland. Now I'm assuming we're going to see latest scores from the other game. There we go. Poland have gone 1-0 up, so a draw is going to be good for us right now. Pukki, though, has come on. Mackay Stevens has put us 1-0 up. That has given us a great start. Poland have gone 2-0 up. So, as long as we don't concede in these final 5, there we go. We have qualified with 7 points, unbeaten in our 3 group games. And we top the group. I'm guessing that's down to goal difference, yeah. Although, same number of goals scored, same number of goals against. Okay, well, let's see who we have in the knockout stages. France. I believe this is in France as well, so we are playing the host nation. We have some Champions Cup objectives. But we expect you to reach the knockout stage of the Champions Cup. So, Champions League football for Dundee United. Transfer window is open. So, Champions Cup. And they only give me 1.7 million to spend. What the hell? Right, Win the Cup is also on the agenda. That's the domestic cup, but we have this game against France. Grant Hanley is going to need to be... we have Sutar on the bench, don't we? So Sutar can come on for Grant Hanley. Who else was it? Mackay Stevens. So we have Forrest that can come on. There we go. Right. Quarterfinals against France. who, wow, they beat Northern Ireland, but they only drew with Bulgaria and Denmark. They've got Griezmann, Benzia, Payet, Grenier, and Villa, Sakho, Lloris, Pogba on the bench, Varane on the bench, Matuidi and Giroud on the bench. Grenier, though, puts them 1-0 up after 36 minutes. Mulgrew was booked. Russell scores from the penalty spot, 1-1. Game on, going into the final 20. Pogba is on, Mackay-Stevens is on. Final 5, Griezmann puts the dagger in and scores and knocks us out of the tournament. So, pretty disappointing. And guys, I will leave it there as we are back with Dundee and I need to figure out what players we can buy and maybe look to sell some. But guys, I will call it a day there. In fact, let's have a quick look. Let's have a look whose contract, anyone's contract. No, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. Loads of players with 1 year left that we may need to do something with, like Benzia. He wants 2 years at 35,000. So are we going to have to, what are we going to have to do with Benzia is the question. There's other players like Nacho Fernandez, Ottonali, Ince, Dow. Jesse Gonzalez hasn't been improving. I think Jesse Gonzalez is going to have to be sold. But guys, I will call it a day and I'll be back with you in the next episode where we'll have to see how we can strengthen the squad. But guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.